Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So in this video we're going to talk about minimalist filmmaking, all the products I use and how much they cost. Let's go! Welcome back to another video. So great to have you here. Please make sure you subscribe and leave a like in the video if you enjoy this content. I am very passionate about this minimalist filmmaking gear video because I try to be a minimalist. I try to not buy anything that I don't need, and I try to do that, with other things in my life. I know it's really hard because, you want to buy things and it makes you feel better. I've seen many videos trying to do this thing, minimalist filmmaking gear, and they all have one thing in common, and that's they have very expensive products that you don't even need. And when you're starting out in anything, YouTube, filmmaking, photography, you don't want to spend a lot of money straight away. And all this gear that I'm going to show you, I did not just go out and buy. It's a gradual process, so don't just go out and buy all of these, because you need to get work first. You need to learn how to use them and then buy and upgrade to new gear. I saw one video recently called Minimalist Filmmaking Gear, and they had a Sony a7 III, and that camera cost something like £800 or something like that, crazy. And they had Sigma lenses where they cost like twice as much as the camera that I have. And that's not minimalist filmmaking. Like, I'm sorry to say this, but that is way too expensive. First thing, obviously, that I'm talking about in this video is my camera, that one that I'm filming now. It's a Canon EOS M3. This is a mirrorless camera from Canon. It's a EFM mount, which means it's a smaller and different to EFS, but there's different adapters that you can get. You can even get cheaper ones, so you can mount EFS lenses on this camera. And the reason I bought this, prior to this camera I had the Canon EOS M10, which is a smaller body, and the reason I chose this is because this one has a mic input, and that just makes it so much easier because of the vlogging type, and because I can just connect the microphone and I have audio connected straight away, and that's just great for me, and that's just way easier. This camera is a 24 megapixel, and I have a few lenses on it, and I have the adapter for it as well. And what I like about this is, obviously the small body factor, and then the flip screen on top, and of course the mic input is like my favorite things. And the image quality is also very good, and as you can see, if you do some work and have some lights and some good lighting and composition, this camera can look really good. And I've filmed everything in the last 2 years almost with this camera, and my Prague vlogs and my tutorials and everything else. And I think it's a great camera. I picked it up for less than £300, I think. Great deal, and you can find it like on CX or anywhere, with second-hand gear, and I think it's well worth the money. So we have £300 so far. Let's keep count. So next we have the YONGNUO 50mm f1.8. Basically, Canon makes their own version of these. They make two versions, one that costs around £100 and one that costs $400, or it's basically like a newer model with, like the autofocus ring. It's not noisy, and it's a newer model basically. And this is by a company called YONGNUO, and it's basically a copycat of the Canon 50mm f1.8. With the only difference, this costs around £40 now. I picked it up a couple of years ago for around 60, and it was a great deal back then. It's an amazing deal now for £40. I think it's well worth the money. This has very good quality, very nice shadow depth of field, and I think this is a great lens to have when you're starting, either as a photographer or video or anything you will do. Of course, with the price being so low, you cannot expect very good autofocus. Autofocus is not very good, and it's really noisy as well. Like, as you can, it's not great, but apart from that, I think this is a great lens, and with the price is a must. And only £40, so we have so far £340. Next, you should have a telephoto lens or something like that, apart from, you know, the kit lens that I use for the videos, because it's just easier and it has very good autofocus as well. Look, autofocus is stuck in my face. You should have a telephoto lens, and there's some really good ones out there and for very good prices. So this is the Sigma 70 to 200 millimeters. This is a great lens. It's obviously an older model. You can also see, you know, with the zoom lens being like this, obviously. And I have the adapter down here that goes from EFS to EFM that these camera supports. As you can see, this is quite bulky with the adapter as well, and you know, it kind of makes this little body look huge with it. You have the feet here, the focal length. Autofocus again is not great, but I picked this up for around £60 on CEX, and because I needed a zoom and a telephoto lens if I'm doing, you know, something photography related, or you know, something that's far away. And this is really good for, you know, like time lapses, if you like focus, you know, far away, and then it just gives you like this really cool look. Again, you can find this for really cheap now in any, you know, store that sells secondhand gear, and I think it's well worth the money. And this was £60, so we have £400 altogether. Next we have the microphones. I basically have 3 microphones. The Snowball, which I made a video about it, and that's not really for filmmaking. I mainly use it for my podcast. The other microphone is this Comica Lite V30 Lite, I think it's called. I'm not counting this on the whole budget, because this Comica sent this to me for free, and it wouldn't be fair if I counted that, because I didn't pay for it, of course. There's a separate video for this one as well. And this is a great microphone. I think I use this at home all the time, and then for my vlogs I use the Rode Video Micro. This is a great microphone. It's a really small mic, and it goes very well with the small camera body that I have. And this little guy has been everywhere with me. The Prague vlogs, they were all recorded with this one, and plug it into the camera, and it has great audio. This costs around £40 to £50. I think I picked it up for like £55, and you can find very good deals on this on Amazon and anywhere else. Basically, if you look for a good price, you can find a really good price. There's nothing really to say about this. It doesn't need batteries. You can just, you know, use it straight on the camera. It has this very good shock mount proof. There's no noise when you walk around, and it comes with this like dead cat, which is very good as well. And all around £50. I think we are at £450 now. Right, so moving on with the minimalist filmmaking gear. Next is this little light. This is a PULUZ. I don't remember the exact number. This comes with these little diffusers, the white and the orange, and this is very good. I usually use it for like a fill light, you know, on the sides, or like that light back there. It's quite bright. You can also power it with AA batteries on the back over here, and this is around £10 to £15, I think, when I picked it up. It's great. You can always have it on top of your camera if you need to film it on the dark or something like that, but these are really great, you know, for like background lights, or you know, like fill lights or something like that. Next item is the NEWEER G1 4K action camera, and actually this little camera, NEWEER sent this for me a while back. There is also a video for this on the channel if you want to check it out. This is a decent action camera. It shoots up to 4K 60 frames per second. It costs around £40, I think, £35. It comes with a bunch of accessories, which is always useful. You know, you can mount it to different places, and this is really good for, you know, those like POV shots, or if you're doing like something, you know, action crazy, or bungee jumping, or I don't know what you guys do. And the price of this is so low that you can literally have a couple around, and obviously I cannot count this on my total price because I did not pay for this, but if I was, I would gladly pay for this because it's £35. And next is the S40 stabilizer. I made a video about this more than 2 years ago, I think, and this is a great little tool for having stable shots, especially when you're doing cinematics. You need something like this, you know, for tracking shots, or, you know, like left to right panning shots, or any shots that you would imagine. This is possible with this one. This is obviously a smaller one, so it's obviously for lighter cameras like mine. This costs around £40, I think, when I bought this. It's you know, it's a great little tool. It's not the best of these, you know, because there's like more expensive ones that you can get, and there's also, you know, the motorized ones like the DJI Ronin S, and, you know, all kinds of things that they have come out with now. But nonetheless, this is a great tool for you to get, you know, some nice and smooth cinematic shots, and it's not expensive at all. Add some more money and get a Ronin S or something, and that's like really worth it. And besides, you need some experience with this, and you need some time to you know, stabilize it. But once you do, it's a great little thing. So this is what I call a minimalist filmmaking setup. There's only the absolute necessary things that I need to shoot videos and to make my production quality look as high as possible. £500, I think it's a great price. And again, I did not just go out and spend £500 at once. This is a gradual process of 3 or 4 years of buying gear that I need. When you start out, I would 100% recommend get a better microphone at first, and then you can always shoot with your phone. And it's really important that you have better audio than better video, because you can find really good video in any smartphone now. I don't think there is a smartphone that's come out in the last 2 years that doesn't have good video. But good audio is so important. So let me know what you think. £500 for a complete cinematic minimalist setup. Do you agree with me? Do you think this is worth the money? Do you think you should invest in better and more expensive gear? Please let me know down in the comments. I think you can learn something from here, regardless of if you want to buy the gear or not. I'm not making this for the money. A lot of YouTubers do these kinds of videos because they can have the affiliate links down on the description, and then if you buy something, they earn money, which is cool. That's great, because, you know, you have to live somehow. But I'm not gonna have any affiliate links down there. I'm only recommending products that I have used, and I'm only recommending products that I have absolutely reviewed myself. So again, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. We are at 1,219 subscribers. Subscribe please if you enjoy this, and I will see you in the next one.